Tesco have started selling packs of sausages without a traditional barcode on them. They just have a QR code on them instead. And it works exactly the same. You take it to the checkout, scan it, it's the same thing, except that now you can scan it with your smartphone and it'll take you to the product page on the Tesco website, which is kind of cool, I guess. And this is going to become more and more common because there's an organization called GS1, which is responsible for overseeing the barcode system internationally, pretty much every country in the world. And they're trying to encourage a transition towards QR codes away from traditional barcodes. Barcodes were first introduced back in sort of the 70s and 80s.
Here in the supermarket near Spalding in Lincolnshire, they've installed Britain's first fully automatic point-of-sale system. On each product is a unique number stamped by the store in a code the machine can read.
But since then, the demand for computer systems to know things about products has just grown and grown. And traditional barcodes can only really contain a number called the GTIN, which identifies what the product is. But they can't tell you anything more than that. They can't tell you the expiry date or the batch number or anything like that. So what you'll often see if you look at product packaging right now is you will see multiple barcodes. They might have a traditional barcode. They might also have something called a data matrix, which is another type of barcode. And you'll often see those around where the expiry date is or something like that. So that's their way of having something that you can scan to pick up the expiry date. I just had a look in this very Tesco. The most extreme example I found was actually pot noodle, which I just recently made a video about, funnily enough. But they had a normal barcode, then they had a QR code that customers can scan, then they had a data matrix, then on the other side of the pot they had another data matrix, and then on the lid they had another data matrix. So the idea with these QR codes is that they can be the one barcode to rule them all. So there are standardized ways to put things like the expiry date and batch number into them. There are also custom fields, so manufacturers can put whatever else they want to put into them. But the thing that I was really interested in was how does it contain all of that information, but also you can scan it with your phone and it'll take you to the website. I thought it must be some really complicated thing they've come up with. There's some kind of special QR code that does different things depending on what you're scanning it with or whatever. But it's actually really simple. So the QR code on that pack of sausages, for example, contains the GTIN, which is the number you used to get in the old barcodes. Then it contains the batch number, and then it contains the expiry date. But the clever part is that before all of that, it says Tesco.com. So this whole thing is actually just a link to Tesco's website, and then when you visit that page, you'll get redirected to wherever Tesco wants to send you. But within that link is all of the information, so industrial barcode scanners can pull those details out of it. If this does take off, it could let you do some really cool things. Like there's already some apps and software out there where you can basically run like a stock control system at home and keep track of what you got in your cupboards and when it's going to go bad. But you have to manually key in the expiry date. But if everything ends up having these QR codes that have the expiry date in there in a human readable format, then that could all be automated, and you could, like, when you come home from the shops, you could just scan everything as you put it in the cupboards, and then you get notified when stuff in your cupboards is going to go bad. It'd be kind of useful. It'd be pretty cool. Ironically, I came to Welwyn Garden City to film this video because that is where Tesco has their headquarters, and they have a Tesco Express store as part of their headquarters campus. So I thought that would be great. It'll be interesting to go there, and I'm sure they'll have the sausages because they've got to have all the latest stuff there. But I went in and had a look, and they didn't have these QR code sausages. But instead, they were trialing a different technology where you can just take all your products to the checkout, push a button, and the checkout just knows what you have. You don't have to scan any barcodes at all.
Please wait. We're loading your basket.
It's kind of similar to something that Amazon's been trialing in their physical retail locations. So I don't know, maybe in a few years we won't even be scanning barcodes anyway, but we'll see. This video was made possible by my Patreon members, by the way. It's nice to do smaller little videos like this sometimes. Patreon makes that possible, so thanks to everyone on there. But yeah, I'm sure I will see you again very soon outside some other supermarket or other. And actually, the camera is almost falling over there. I'm pretty sure we've seen this Tesco before, haven't we? Because the other supermarket didn't work out, so I headed over here, and I recognise that clock tower. I'm pretty sure there was a picture of that clock tower in the clock tower video. Maybe.